During the festival, I'm the volunteer coordinator and also the guest services coordinator, but the rest of the year I am the vice treasurer of the board of directors. I do lots of organizing and spreadsheets and Excel and documents and stuff just to get everything and everyone where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. For guest services coordinator, it's similar, where I'm organizing people and where they are and what they're doing and what times they're doing them at, but it's all the guests that are coming to the festival. So the jurors, the artists themselves, anyone else that's important and involved that is coming here from out of town, and also the local people. So that involves things like organizing volunteers to go pick up people from the airport, also finding billets for artists that are coming in. Some artists like to stay in a home rather than in the hotel. Making sure that everyone's comfortable from out of town, providing information about the city. I just pretty much have to know where everyone is all the time, so both the volunteers and the guests.
The last few years I have been volunteering front desk, ticket sales, making sure everything gets sold that way. I'm just one of, I couldn't even tell you, at least 20, 30 volunteers that come in every year and work really hard to make this festival a success. Some of the venues that Media City uses is a location called Fog, which is next door to the Capitol Theatre here. Good people, good pints of beer, and it's pretty close. It's been used over and over. In Detroit, they always have an after party there that people use. This year was PJ's Lager House in Corktown. But the thing that's nice is because there are people coming into the city, they are using all of the facilities. They're going out to eat, they're using the hotels, they're going to the stores, they're going for walks, they're going on the bike rides, renting a bike, going around the city, experiencing Windsor. And so that's one thing that's really nice about Media City, in that it's international, You get guests coming in from all over the world and in lovely Windsor. So
I'm a student at the university, and I've been mostly helping out with filming and documenting the Media City Film Festival. One time I did help out with food a little bit, and I possibly might later on with packing up some of the tech equipment. About a year and a half ago, I took a course on experimental video, and I really enjoyed it. Before that, I didn't really know much about it, but it did get me interested. That's how or why I was interested in helping out with this. And I did enjoy a bunch of the films that I watched. Some of them was very inspiring, and also the technical aspects of it was amazing. I was like, wow, how did they do that?
I'm a Windsor artist, of course, and my involvement with Media City officially goes back to 2001. That was the year that I joined the board of directors. I have been a board member involved with this festival now for 11 years. I'll be starting my 12th year imminently, I guess, after this festival. I was a board member at large for 6 years, I think. And then I was the vice president for 4 or 5 years, I think. I will be embarking on my 3rd year as the president of the board of directors. So I'm the president of the board of directors for the House of Toast, which is the legal name of Media City, the film festival.
This year I was Media City's Backstrand coordinator, so specifically I worked on making sure that the Ian Baxter panel discussion screening of his new video works and publication got all done and out to the public. I first began volunteering for Media City probably about, I think it was Media City 11 or Media City 12, so we're at Media City 18. So it was a number of years ago. I went away for a couple of years to graduate school, but I've just moved back to Windsor, and one of the things that I really like about Windsor is the festival, so it was important to me to kind of be engaged with it. I think what's really unique to Media City is the kind of intimate nature of the festival, and by that I mean that, we have a small festival, we invite, filmmakers from all over the world, and because we're a small festival, we're able to really have close contact with those filmmakers. And that's one thing that's really special to Media City that doesn't happen in a lot of other festivals.
It's just become a recent interest of mine, so I'm here to see some films, some international films, and presented in an art form, and to meet people within sort of the filming industry. And it's been a very productive experience. I've made a lot of connections, and it's a small venue, so it's been personal. It's easy to approach people and have, small talk or whatnot. So I've met quite a few people just volunteering and helping out with ticket sales and things like that. You really get a better idea of what the films are about when you hear the representative of the screening talk about it after, because you find out more about the people who made the film. So I'm really glad that they have that they screen the films, but then afterwards they have someone there to discuss, certain components of the film, because that really just puts it in a different light, I think.
I'm on the board of directors of the Media City Film Festival. In that role, I worked with Michelle Souliere on guest services to some extent, driver coordination, and student outreach with Kim Nelson. Kim's also a board member, and she teaches at the University of Windsor. I teach at the College of Creative Studies in Detroit. So we did kind of cross-border promotional things in that regard within the universities in the area. As a filmmaker, I've been involved for the last few years. As a board member, I was just invited this past fall to join the board. So I'm fairly new to the board and to the festival, on this side of it at least. As a filmmaker, as I said, a few years now. The board doesn't really work with Una and Jeremy in the role of screening work. It's more in all the planning stages, so everything goes into putting the catalog together, coordinating, visiting artists such as Nikki Hamlin and Ian Baxter this year, and getting all of those kind of things worked out. Yeah, it was hectic at times, but very enjoyable. For me, it's just great to be part of a festival that I want to see continue.